right, guys, kind of an unexpected night. I've got more guests from the Ghost Hunt USA group that everybody knows. Ghost Hunt USA shut down back in April, but they had an event planned last night and tonight. And there was people that came all the way from Montana tonight. Mom, dad, and a son came all the way from Montana to be here tonight. Then found out that Ghost Hunt USA went defunct, and they drove all this way for nothing. I had another group, a couple from Wyoming, also showed up about the same time. As far as I know, they were the only ones that got here. Could have been others that I just didn't see. But I have 5 of them in the house tonight with me. And so I've gone and did the tour with them. All basement all the way to the 5th floor. 4th floor. Hey, Nicole, how are you? How are you? So they're wandering around now. I've given them some equipment to play with, and they're happy as a lark that they got in to investigate tonight. The 4 gals that came last night had an amazing night, a lot of fun. Check out the VOD from last night if you missed it. Well, thank you. Yeah, I've been doing what I can around here. I'm still not near 100%, and I'll never be even back to where I was 2 months ago now. I think whatever's gone down is going to be permanent from here on out. It's quite an adjustment. Hopefully I'll get a little better. Still got a lot of issues going on. But at any rate, the last 2 days I felt pretty good. It's good seeing Misty last night. She brought her daughter Lexi to help with the group. We knew were coming yesterday. These people were totally unexpected. We kind of figured that somebody from Ghost Hunt USA was going to show up because they sent out the email on Friday again to have all their waivers signed and ready to go when they got here. So the autoresponder is still sending out messages as though they're still in business, and they've been defunct, as I said, since April. So these people were pretty pissed off. Not only did they spend, the family at $150 a pop, they had $450 invested, and then drive all the way from Montana and the event wasn't going to happen. But we made it happen. Yeah, it's who you know. What's Up Gramps made it happen, and so I was able to muster enough energy and just took it slow and easy, give them the tour, the lowdown and everything, and so now they're having some fun investigating. So we're gonna kind of watch out. We've got the father, son, mom, and dad up on the 4th floor, and I think the other, I see them in the camera now. Here, let me zoom in on the all cams. I appreciate that, Nicole. Yeah. In fact, maybe next weekend I'll try to get it together, but we'll just kind of have a fun night. We can all get together and maybe Saturday night or something and just kind of do a little thing, with all my friends, not worry about an event or anything. I do have that event coming up on the 8th, but I'd like to see all my friends. So maybe next weekend, we can maybe do something on Saturday. I'll let you know for sure here. But, all right, so we see the one couple here in the down in the chapel. These are the couple from Wyoming doing an EVP session down there. And then the other couple are mom, dad, and son. They're up on the 4th floor. You can see them right at the center there doing an EVP session. There, let's check from the other end. Yeah. He's got the parabolic mic, and when we were up there, right off the bat, he heard the chattering of the children, and he also heard a knock. And when I was talking, he heard something go, shh, like it wanted me to quiet down. Hey, Sir X, how are you, buddy? How are you? Back at it again tonight, but tonight I'm solo. Misty and her daughter, they head back to Denver this morning. Lexi had to go to work, so they had to boogie. And so it's just me tonight. Again, I wasn't expecting this. They showed up, and I couldn't turn them away after. I mean, they came all the way from Montana and Wyoming to be here. And at first, when I got off the RV, I had just made dinner, and really wasn't. I wasn't planning on. We had signs on the doors telling the situation with Ghost Hunt USA and whatnot. But I could see that they were hanging around and making some phone calls while they were waiting at the door. And in fact, they hung around long enough that I had time to eat a little bit. And then I finally got dressed, and I figured, well, I'll go over and explain the situation totally face to face with them. And then I found out that they were from out of state, all of them. And so I figured, what the hell, I'll just go ahead and let them in. I originally told them we'd go till midnight, but whatever. They're just now getting started, and I don't have anything to go anywhere, or anyway. So I went ahead and I'll let them go until they're done. I don't care. I had a good day's sleep, and I feel pretty good actually. So yeah, as long as I'm sitting still and not doing anything, it's not a big stress on me. So I don't care. Hope you like your new toy. Oh, Mike and Nicole's, yeah. Yeah, that was nice of you, man. EDI. All right, so it looks like fourth floor is moving around a little bit. Oh, he stopped. Well, they got a cat ball up there. They took a motion light too. Okay, son's got the parabolic mic. Going into Abigail's room. Or no, they're not. They're at the opposite end, so they're heading into the room next to the balcony.
Hello.
Hello.
Is it me you're looking for?
I'm always looking for you, brother. How you doing? How you doing? This couple's doing real well. They're just quietly sitting in the chapel. I give them a REM pod. They had some equipment of their own, so they're doing some stuff with their stuff. I'm not sure what all they had. Oh, excuse me, I'm yawning. Everybody seems to be fairly content. I mean, come on, they got to investigate after all, and they didn't have to do it with 50 to 100 other people, so they should be ecstatic. And all I've asked them to do is just put, when they get all done, put some money in the donation box, whatever they feel is it was worth to them. So yeah. All right, so the other couple, the family, that's what I'll just call them. I can see shadow just barely in the doorway right here. So I know that they're in there, in that particular room. So they're on the fourth floor, and then we have the couple down in the chapel here. And then nothing going on the first floor at all, other than the couple that are in the chapel. So we're all clear there. Dory here in command. Even got my What's Up Gramps t-shirt, just by luck. Guys, check this out though. I mean, I'm losing so much weight. Everything, all my clothes are baggy. I had to add a third punch to my belt. I'm in pants that I hung on to, hoping that someday I would be able to fit into them again, and now they're loose on me. Been losing weight like a madman. I just don't eat much. I don't have much of an appetite. I eat because I know I need to, but it's not because I want to. Nothing even sounds good. You know, I'm kind of, oh, okay, that must be the IR light or something. Right at the bottom leg of that Jesus picture, it looks like it's flickering, but it's probably just the pixelation of the camera. Here, you guys aren't even seeing what I'm seeing. Let me switch cams here. What I was talking about. Yeah, you guys can't even see it. Right there, I see something almost like a motion light blinking, but I'm sure it's just the IR light flickering on that leg of that easel that holds the Jesus portrait in the chapel. You guys know the one. You know the one. So Mike, I saw Sir X said hi to Mike, so I assume Mike's there with you, Nicole, right? I think they're gone now, so it's just you and it's me and Sir X. And by the way, Sir X, I went over like 5 minutes of the video of the girls down in the by the boiler room last night, trying to find. Oh, of course. Okay, so maybe it's Sir X left then. Trying to find the apparition that they saw. There were 6 of them. They saw an apparition last night that blocked out the IR light in the basement. I looked and could not find. I could see where all the girls turn their heads and start looking up the hallway and starts pointing. And I even played it in 1/8 real time, super slow motion, and never saw any change in the IR light whatsoever. So I don't know what created the illusion that the light got blocked out, but it was definitely not the IR light that got blocked, because it never changed. So I didn't even clip it. There wasn't anything to show. Just saw that moth go buzzing by down by the front door. You guys can't see it's in the other cam here. All right, I see you. You're in Twitch right now. I see you up on the 4th floor. Wave, turn around and wave at me if that's you, my new subscriber there. Nutham, is that right? Is this your footage? Yes. Yeah, actually, this is live right now. This is actually happening here at the Holy Cross Abbey Monastery in Canyon City, Colorado. Okay, I think, turn around and wave to me. Give it a little bit of lag time there. Turn around now. Turn around and wave. Okay, maybe you're not the new subscriber there. Looked like you were going through Twitch, but cool. All right. Yeah, so we're at the Holy Cross Abbey. We've got 5 people in the building that I wasn't expecting tonight. They were here for an event that got canceled, but I allowed them in anyways. So we have this couple here down in the chapel. Very patient people. They're good investigators, just sitting there quietly. Then we have the family up on the 4th floor. If you like this kind of stuff, Nutham, yeah, do me a solid and go ahead and follow my channel. I do a variety of things, everything from what you see tonight, paranormal investigating here at the Abbey, or I do some abandoned exploration when I can, metal detecting, all sorts of different things. A little variety. So if you like what I'm doing, then hang around and watch it. If not, then just go find something else to watch and check back. Hence the name, What's Up Gramps? Come see what I'm doing. Hey there, Stringster, how are you? I'm back tonight doing a solo. Misty and Lexi had to head back to Denver. Sean had a family reunion kind of thing, even though he's here in Canyon City. He's over at his dad's and didn't come over here. And so it's just me. And I wasn't planning on being here tonight either, at least not up here. We'll move this down there. At least not in here. I was gonna hang out in the RV and play some GTA actually. But here I am. Here I am. I actually had it fired up and was playing for a little bit. Okay, they moved down to the 3rd floor. See their flashlight there. Really need to check. Oh, excuse me. Put some more IR light down that hallway. It's hard to see. They'll be coming towards us, it looks like. I never explored that floor with them, and we just kind of passed by it. With my lungs, I didn't want to hang out on the 3rd floor very long. Lots of water up there still. Did have maintenance come in. I raised enough stink that maintenance came in and they at least emptied the buckets that I had. So that's a good thing. So this family came all the way from Montana to be here tonight. Yeah, Stringster, I'm sorry, I just now read your question. Yeah, these guys all showed up unexpectedly. I mean, we kind of figured somebody was going to come, and sure enough, these 5 were at the door. These folks came from Montana, and the other couple came from Wyoming. So I decided to go ahead and let them in. And again, like I said, I'm feeling pretty good today. As long as I just hang, no stress, just sitting here yakking, narrating. Oh, shit. There's my push buttons here. Let's get some more lighting in here. Yellow, blue. All right, cool. So, all right, looks like they're heading down. They went on down. Well, that other couple's in the chapel still. Let's see, yeah, they quietly just sit there, and I hope they don't disturb each other. see, I see them over here in this other camera. First floor, we could probably see where they go here, maybe. Okay, they went on down to the basement, actually. I just saw them twist this corner. So we should be able to see the other ones, the family down in the basement here shortly. And that other couple are still in the chapel. So good, they didn't, that works. That works, so let's go back to home. Sorry, I need to move that back. Click there, okay, and then. Where's your sister been? I hadn't seen her on in a while. Thank you, Nodam. I appreciate that follow. Thank you very much. I'll check out your channel too. I don't see them in the basement yet. I don't see any flashlights anywhere. Oh, I'm gonna crank up that air conditioner. It's hot. She's out visiting some friends and family these past couple of weekends. Junes have been pretty packed. Kind of bummed about that. What, that she's so busy? So popular? She's the popular kid? How about that dude, guys? Let's check it out. Let's give you the. Oh yeah, hey yeah, oh yeah, yeah. Let's do the mohawk thing, huh? There we go. Bozo look. I think it's time for a haircut. What do you guys think? Hat hair. Yeah. There we go. I know, just put on your hat. Put on your damn hat. It's so hot though. Alana and Brian actually stopped by today. They happen to be down at Headley Hall to see an uncle that was staying there for the weekend. Some event he's up here for. And they happened to see me out by the RV. Got my awning out and I was just kind of laying in my gravity chair, just kind of enjoying the evening, and they pulled up. And so we talked for about a half an hour. Good to see them. Lana just had some neck surgery done, so she was in a big neck brace and stuff. Looked horrible. She said it didn't hurt, but looked horrible. I guess they took out some stuff in her neck. Been giving her a fit, so she's out of work for a while. Fun seeing them, and I'm glad they stopped by. Brenda actually comes out, and she came out one day this week and came all the way across just to come visit me at the RV. That was real nice. Of course, Misty and Lexi were here last night. Sorry, I'm looking at these other cams and you guys aren't seeing anything. There we go. So that was nice seeing, it's always fun to see them come. One of these days though, Misty really enjoys being the guide and doing that. But unfortunately, that means that we can't sit and visit. So every time she's up here, she's always busy. So we haven't really got to sit down and hang out. So I'm watching the cams as well as you guys. I'm gonna get another drink. You've got to get some water up here. I'm running out of water. I just haven't been able to carry a case of water up here, so I guess I'll have to carry it a 6-pack at a time or something. But at any rate, let's get some water. Let's get some water. This is the last bottle. Oh, I got tea. Got some tea if I need it. Brought me tea and I forgot I put it in there to chill it. But I got water. Water's good for right now. So how you been, Stringster? Good. No, I don't. It just kind of the whole hair gel thing. Yeah, no, it's and it's clean. I mean, I actually took a shower this morning. So, all right, I see him in the chair room now. That's cool. The sun. The other couple are still in the chapel. Good for them. Now I just saw that should look familiar, eerily familiar to you, Stringster. Just about. Yeah, sitting there on the floor. But the chair is over here. I personally, I know what crawls in them cracks. I wouldn't sit on that floor in the dark. Centipedes and scorpions and yeah, I'd grab that chair. There is another chair in there. It's just out of camera shot because I moved it when I was showing them tonight. Yeah, and you guys didn't even stop by to say hello. Go all the way to the museum. Actually, I'm going to be there either this coming Wednesday or the following Wednesday and do the first ever investigation of the warden's house that you see right next to the prison there. It was owned by the territorial prison, and they didn't allow you, even on the property, they would call out you from the guard tower, train a rifle on you, and tell you in no uncertain terms to leave the property. But I have permission, and we'll be there with one of the board members, and we're going to do the first time ever investigation of the old warden's house. And he suggested that it be on a Wednesday night, so I'm assuming it'd be this Wednesday or the following Wednesday. And I want to get there early enough that I can set up some IR cameras throughout the place and be able to live stream. So we'll see how that goes. But that's coming up. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Stay healthy enough, that's the key. That is the key. Oh, hell, you should have called me. You got my number, don't you? If you don't, you need my number. I know you got your number, or my number. You don't? Huh. Well, we'll have to get you my number. Let's see, I don't. Well, you're on Facebook, right? You have me on Facebook. Send me a message over there, and I'll give you my number. And you could have, because I was here, and the buildings they put that sign up, but really the wedding wasn't inside. That No, there wasn't they had an outdoor wedding, but they put that sign up because they do use the, uh, the dressing rooms. But hell, they were out of here by like 6 o'clock. So the sign might have just been up and they had already left. I don't know. But if you had my number, then you could have called me. Okay. Okay, Dad had the chair. That's why we didn't see them. Dad had the chair and Mom was sitting on the floor. Well, do like you did the last time with your mom. Just drop in. I'm always around here. If I'm not, I'm somewhere else. Okay, that other couple came out of the chapel. Now they're in the viewing room. Let's see what the family does here. They're staying in the basement apparently because I don't see them coming up the stairs, but I don't see what part of the basement. I don't see them down at the end of the potato cellar here. Oh, that might be them right there. Yeah, yeah. Oh, he's got the laser grid. Trying to shoot the laser grid down the corridor there. Who was your tour guide, do you remember, at the prison? Stacy and I go way back. She's the actual, she's the curator there. And I love her to death. Her and I go way back. But she usually doesn't do the tours. One of her girls will do it. Stephanie, maybe? Was that one of them? I don't think Stephanie's there anymore, though. All right, let's see what. Boy, these guys recognize me right away when I come walking up. She says, "You're Ghost Gramps." Yeah, I see you in all the videos. Kind of weird. So every now and then I go to places where people recognize me, and I'm just not used to having I guess, some kind of status, celebrity status attached to me. Because I'm just me. But people recognize me now. Went to Taco Bell and some lady, oh my God, you're Dennis, aren't you? You're Ghost Gramps. And yeah, she says, I was watching a video, I think it was Paranormal Quest. I saw you in there. And I just love what you do. And I saw you in some other ones. And then she was saying, yeah, it was actually the Taco Bell here in town. She says, we were up at Woodpecker Hill one night. We were doing an investigation here just a few nights ago. And everybody started freaking out. And I said, calm down, calm down. What would Ghost Gramps do? I just laughed. Well, he wouldn't run, that's for sure. But I thought that was pretty that was awkward for me. Just being recognized, but even more awkward that she was referring to me as a person of knowledge and what would I do, and flattering too. I'll admit, it was flattering, but I'm not used to that. I'm pretty humble. I like to keep the low profile. Oh me. All right, let's see what they're doing over here in the basement again. We're in the potato cellar. They're still there. See, a lot of people will use a laser grid and try to hold it. They don't work that way. You have to, and I explained it to them before they took it down there. You set it down somewhere and stabilize it, and then you can adjust the lighting as you need it, the size of the dots and whatnot, the area that it covers. But you leave it alone and let it just sit there, and then if something comes into that field, it'll block out the lights. But they use them like a flashlight, and they're shining them all over the place, and that's not what they're meant for. But, oh well, as long as they're having a good time, that's all that matters to me. And the family, actually, they've been to some pretty interesting places. Incognito, how are you? Yeah, I saw your message on Discord and responded. Thanks, I appreciate that. I'll check out that prospector you were talking about, or the metal detectors. Yeah, good to see you tonight. I'm back at it. Tonight I'm solo. Misty and Lexi had to go back to Denver. Lexi had to work today. And Mr. Sean Crochet, he was going to be here. And they kind of got a family reunion thing going on. So I'm sure he wanted to be with his family. Even though he's here in Canyon City, oddly enough, he is visiting his dad along with his family members. There's some sisters and I guess cousins and whatnot. So he's doing what he should be doing, spending time with his parents or his family. Nothing missed yet. I have some more people that showed up for Ghost Hunt USA. They had the building originally rented for Friday and Saturday night, but they went out of business back in April. But these people, they still took people's money, and they still told them that the event was happening. So these poor people, the 3 people I have down in the basement here that you can't see, this couple that you see outside the door came from Wyoming, all the way from Wyoming, and I just didn't have the heart to send them back without an investigation. So I've allowed them to come in and do their investigating here and provided them with equipment to do so. Oddly enough, they were just right outside my door. You saw them stop there. They heard Wyoming. Hey, he's talking about us. I don't know. I'll find out, Stringster, when they come back in. So yeah, they were still getting notifications on Friday to have their waivers signed and ready to go and where to meet at the back door and stuff, which is bullshit. Another thing that Ghost Hunt USA did that I found out, even though they had that event and hosted almost 80 people that last weekend that they were here, and we found out that that following Monday that all the employees were notified that Ghost Hunt USA was filing a bankruptcy and they were no longer. I called Brenda right away. She ran the credit card went through, and now they're contesting that credit card and actually got a refund back from the monastery claiming that that event never took place. They never paid any of the employees, Misty being one of them. Not only did they not pay them for that weekend, but Misty and Jen had to buy all the chips and all the waters and soda and everything that was consumed by the guests, with the understanding they were going to be reimbursed for that. They never even got reimbursed for that. So they spent another $400 out of pocket providing snacks and drinks for the guests that did show up. And then they didn't even get paid for the weekend. So the whole thing's a mess. And I hope the owners of Ghost Hunt USA burn in hell. They've really done screwed a lot of people over. And so the really bad part is now, and I figured out what had happened. The reason why they're sending out these emails is these people buy their tickets so far in advance. The thing is, if you try and even if they use a debit card, they can only go back and ask for a refund up to 90 days after the date of purchase. So by telling them that it's going to happen, it's going to happen, it's going to happen, these people still think it's going to happen, and it takes them well beyond the 90 days and any chance of getting a refund either from their debit card, their bank, or their credit card company. So they knew what they were doing, and it really sucks. It really sucks. So yeah, so I tried to make it happen for them, and it actually works out better for them because now they get to investigate, but they're not investigating with 50, 75, or 100 other people. There's 5 people, and they get the whole place to themselves for free. I just ask that they leave a donation for the monastery here when they leave, whatever they feel it was worth to them. So I don't make a dime, which is fine. That's not what I'm here for. But let's see, they are just not lose money basically to get robbed. No available slots or someplace. I don't know about amazing, but thank you, appreciate that. Yeah, karma will get them. Karma will get them. I believe in karma. Okay, this couple's coming back down the hallway here. See if they come back into command. Absolutely nasty shit, thieves. I agree, 100%. Amazingly wonderful. You guys can come in. You guys can come in if you want. Yeah. So you heard me say Wyoming. I know you stopped by the door there.
Yeah, we stopped out there. Heard you say Wyoming.
Yeah, we're streaming now. So everybody's asking what part of Wyoming you guys are from.
Evanston.
Evanston. You know where that's at, Stringster? Hello, Wyoming people.
Southwest corner.
Yeah, southwest corner. You know where that's at? Why are you asking, Stringster? Are you from Wyoming yourself? Or your family? Powell and Cheyenne. You know where Powell
Across
is?
state.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're opposite corners.
Oh, really? You're
Yeah.
where at?
We're southwest Wyoming.
Southwest.
We're
So
3 minutes from the Utah border.
okay. Yeah. Wow. Let's see here. New Jersey's. Oh, Yeah, they're talking about Ghost Hunt USA.
Oh,
Yeah, they've known that this has been going on for the last 2 months because I've been taking people in that
okay.
come to their event and letting them
Yeah.
investigate. And so it sucks, and
Definitely.
it's so nasty, and we're all hoping that they burn in hell.
Kinda.
You know,
Little bit.
karma will get them.
Well,
Yep.
I hope so.
I should have been more questioning when I didn't send an email.
So you guys getting anything? You spent quite a bit of time in the chapel there.
We got the witching rods,
Oh yeah, okay.
and they were definitely yes and no.
Oh really?
We couldn't get them to touch the cat's paw.
And they were saying something on the, ghost box, but not so much.
You'll have to watch a little. It's a little 2-minute video. Tom Monaco is a good friend of mine. Tom Monaco is in the Guinness Book of World Record. He's in Ripley's Believe It or Not for dowsing and finding graves. And not only does he find the grave, he'll tell you if they're male, female. He'll tell you how deep they are, which way the head is facing, and whatnot. And that's why he's in the Guinness Book of. But I gotta. In fact, here, let me show you guys this real quick too. It just it's a 2-minute video, but you'll love it because
Do you know any of the nuns' names that were here?
any of the what?
Nuns' names that were here?
Few of them.
Joyce?
Joyce doesn't sound familiar. But that's not saying.
Right.
I don't know all the nuns.
Yeah, we had one
Yeah,
say
there's,
that was.
there's
the
a
name
few
of
that
the
come
one.
up. There's a
Is there a
a
Margaret?
Rachel. There's an Anne. A Margaret. And a really older and more German name. Kind of like a Helga, but that's not it. It's
Helen?
Hmm?
Helen?
no, it was like German, like Helga. You know that you knew when you heard that name it was German. I can't remember what it is. But Anne is predominant. Anne is and it's a common name, but Anne did a lot here, and I got some history on her and the background and stuff like that would make sense why she's being mentioned so often. But that's not to say Joyce. See, if I had Kat on, one of my moderators, she's not here tonight, but she keeps notes of everything, and every name that's ever mentioned, she writes them down. And I could say, Kat, does that sound familiar? And she said, well, back in June, yeah, we had such and such in here, and she's just like super immaculate. She doesn't get paid a dime out of that, but she takes care of all that stuff for me. None of my moderators are on tonight. I think they're all out getting drunk or something.
Saturday night.
Saturday night. What else do you do, right? But I want to show you that real quick. Let's see if it's. Pull it up here real quick. There we go. What's up, Gramps? There we go. So watch this for a second. Let me pause it. Let everybody watch it. Switch you guys over to that cam there. Let's go to the second monitor. Let everybody see. Speaking of dowsing,
How I find them is, see how they cross? That's where the magnetic field of the earth would start, to pick the hole. And then what I do, if this is on mark, I go across again, and there's the other edge of the grave. And then it starts with the head and the foot. But then what I do is I go in, and then, you see how they stay parallel? Just like that. That tells me it's an adult. Okay? And then I go in with one stick, and you see how it went clockwise? That tells me it's a man. Okay?
pretty
And
cool, huh?
then, what I can do is, I can start at the foot of the grave, or anywhere on the grave, and I walk, like this. And then I go this way. got the guy in here backwards, number one. And let's maybe he's Jewish. But then usually the Jewish people are buried on the side. The reason people are buried east-west with their feet to the east or head to the west is the second coming of Christ. And that's so they can rise up and see the second coming. Well,
Did you know that?
so, yeah, the guy's headstone in the right place. But they got her headstone on his feet. Because, see how I'm Hunter? That's a female.
Clockwise for him is male,
They got
counterclockwise is
her in there
female.
too. So, this is one screwed up lot. And I know these people, I'm gonna talk to them about this, because they didn't move that over here. I don't know why they put that there.
So same thing with my YouTube, it's Watson Grams. So. Anyways, thought you'd find that interesting.
That is interesting. And that wouldn't be the same for everybody. You'd have to find out.
Yeah, find out what works
It
for
was
you.
Yep.
Right and wrong for, yeah, just
Yeah.
absolutely what
Well,
you just said.
And it changes, it can
Um,
change too.
Switch this back. Go back to yeah. Thought maybe you guys would like that too. So what's your plan now? What do you want to do?
We were thinking of maybe swiping your green laser,
Oh,
When you're starting,
okay. See if it. Oh, fuck. I forgot. I forgot to plug it in.
Oh, it's
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
it's all right. Yep.
Yeah, and you know what? I explained to them to set it down, not use it like a flashlight.
yeah,
They're using it like a flashlight.
See, and we were just gonna set it down in the chapel, and
Shit, I
cause
forgot.
it kind of feels like there's someone just sitting there, and I'm wondering if,
well, we got bleachers, the benches were creeping.
yeah, behind us.
Behind
There's
us.
creaking, like someone had sat down and stood up with us.
And then we asked what the witching rod was, we figured it was one of the nun. And she's gonna follow Becky around a little bit. And we asked if she followed Becky around, and they, yes. And then, we heard the creak, and we asked if she just stand up on, and they said yes.
Do you ever use a portal? I think this is still tuned. And it'll be the SB7 with it. So, plug in my power. Yeah, plenty of power, good. There we go. That's plugged in. You know how an SB7 or the SB,
It's just like this, isn't it? Or, sorry, wrong pocket.
What
Okay,
that one?
how about this? It's just like that, isn't it?
kind of like, yeah, so here's your on and off. Just right here. And then your AM, FM's here, the top button. Basically here it works best on AM. In fact, what I'll do is just turn it on for you. This is the volume. I'll turn it all the way up to 30. And then this is for reverse. Top is for forward. So now it's either going up in frequencies or down to the lower frequencies. And then if you want to change this is where it's a little better than that, because that does it in increments of 100. This does it in increments of 50.
Okay.
So you got a little more control on how fast or how slow it scans the stations. So again, that light went out, just press a button. You can see there it's scanning forward stations, so it's going higher. And then 400 milliseconds. And
So you
then
can slow it down.
then you 450, I think that only goes to, on the FM side, I think it only goes to 300 and
Yeah.
400 on the
And we're
AM
picking up
side.
music in that too.
Yeah, but like piano music,
Yeah,
Really.
which is strange for FM.
You guys need to take that parabolic mic down there with you too
The
when
which
they
one?
come
The one
back
he's got.
on.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah. So right now, I'm just gonna leave a scan at, I usually start it at around 350 is a good place to start. You can slow it down or speed it up from there. So I'm just gonna leave this on. Right now it's playing. So if I turn on the power button here, it's pretty loud. You can adjust the volume here, but even more so, once you turn these pedals on, so that light's on and this light's on. Now this one will go like right now, it's kind of orange. Oh, anonymous. They don't. I bet I know who that was though. All right, so what you want to do is you start cranking this and it'll turn red, but you want to try and get it to the green.
Okay.
Anywhere in the green. So that's ready to go. Now to get rid of that noise, you can turn this one and squelch it out. And eventually you'll start getting, as you ask questions, and I'll bet you once you get downstairs, all of a sudden you start hearing you get pretty chatty.
Okay.
If that noise starts getting too loud for you, just crank it back a little bit using just this dial here. You shouldn't have to mess with these unless you want to crank the volume up. I'm just going to turn off the power button. Everything's pretty much set up the way that you got. Again, just adjust this one here. Set it up on the altar or somewhere, and then just ask it questions. So it's ready to go right now.
Okay.
Just turn on the power and you're good. So there you go. Good luck.
back to the chapel.
To the chapel. Gonna get married. All right. Stringster did that, huh? Thank you. You scared the hell out of everybody, right? That was funny. That was funny there. All right, they're heading down. They're having a pretty good time in there. It sounds like they're having a fair amount of success. That's good. Voices and knocks and creaking like somebody's sitting down and joining them. I don't know where the family's at now. I kind of lost track of the fam. They're heading back to the chapel, this group here. So let's go back to the all cams. Let's chat here real quick. Here we go, move this over to here, to here. There they are, they're in the chapel now. They do have the portal now with them. Gonna try an EVP session, so hopefully they'll capture something. So, yeah, it was either Stringster or Incognito. But whoever did that, the timing was perfect. It was perfect. Yeah, she jumped pretty good. I hope they get some good responses. I like this couple. They're nice. Actually, the family is. They're all nice. Yeah, they're all very nice. The family is now in the viewing room. Dad's got the parabolic mic. So it wasn't Incognito, huh? And it wasn't Stringster. I wonder who it was. I wonder who it was. Not sure how many I have in chat. There are lurkers among us. What a mystery. Yeah, the timing was perfect. Scared the hell out of them. I knew what was going on. I just started laughing. Okay, I wonder how that's working because he's close enough that he could probably pick up what's going on in the chapel with that parabolic mic. And it looked like, yeah, it looked like he's kind of like they may be heading. Where'd the sun go? Okay, he's in the library. And where'd mom and dad go to? Are they going into the chapel? Yep, they're right here. So they're kind of interested as what's going on with the portal as well. So they came up with the nun's name, Joyce. Which is interesting. I don't recall Joyce, but it kind of sounds familiar. Like possibly it's been, somebody has suggested that name before. Too many names in this place. I can't remember them all. So anybody that just joined and don't know where we're at the Holy Cross Abbey Monastery, Canyon City, Colorado. This is kind of an impromptu. I wasn't expecting these folks. I wasn't expecting to do an investigation tonight at all. The building was actually rented at one time by Ghost Hunt USA, who went defunct back in April. And they actually had this Friday and Saturday reserved for one of their events, canceled it, but took everybody's money and didn't tell them that it was canceled. Stole all their money, didn't pay us for their last event, the Holy Cross Abbey here. And I, being the in-house paranormal investigator here, I decided to let them in and come in for free. So that you see these three people here, the father, son, and mother, came all the way from Montana. This couple here came from Wyoming just for this event. Got here and there was a sign on the door saying the event had been canceled. So rather than let them go home empty-handed, and especially after paying $150 a piece to come to that Ghost Hunt USA event, then I've allowed them to come in and investigate for free. So none of this was planned tonight. It looks like the cat ball's going off over here too. I see a cat ball over here on the floor. I just thought I saw a flash. They're all hanging out listening to the Spirit Box portal. And I get a lot of responses down there. Now that light went off again. That's interesting. That's interesting. So they must be getting, they said that they were hearing voices. They could hear the crack of the seat, like somebody sat down in one of the pews up, or one of the seats up here. And they're hearing like music being played. And there's no music being played anywhere. And that cat ball keeps lighting up. I don't know if you guys can even see it, but there's a cat ball right there, and I keep seeing it light up. So they're getting responses from something down there. Terrible restless leg. Oh, I hate that. I have that same problem, Cognito. in fact, I take a lot of potassium to try and help that. Some of the drugs I have to take, it amplifies that. And you're right, man, it's miserable. It just keeps you awake. It hurts. How backlogged is Ghost Hunt? Seems like they're really taking advantage of these. They've screwed everybody. For like big money now, hundreds of thousands of dollars throughout the United States. When they shut down, they led everybody to believe these events were still taking place, didn't pay any of the venues because they were across the United States. Didn't pay any of the venues, us being one, and didn't pay any of their employees who actually did the last few events for them. And on top of that, the employees bought all of the drinks and chips and snacks and stuff for the guests that did show up, with the understanding they were going to be reimbursed. Not only did they not get paid the salary that they were agreed to be paid for that weekend to run that event, but they didn't get reimbursed for all the drinks and snacks that they provided for the people, the guests that did show up. Then they continued to take money for the events and the venues after they were closed down, and then sending out notices telling them everything's good through autoresponders. Some of these people paid 120 days, several many months ahead of time for these events, planned a vacation around them, and after 90 days of making that purchase, you can't go back and get a refund, either from your debit card or a credit card company. So they're all screwed now. They're out $150 a piece for all these venues across the United States. So Ghost Hunt USA has really screwed a whole lot of people over. Yeah, they were $150 a piece. The most I've ever charged for a nightly event is, in fact, the one that's coming up is $75. And that's kind of high, but the reason for that is for the fact that we're trying to raise a little bit more money for some of the restoration projects and some of these leak projects. And if I put that money straight into the donation box rather than going through the corporation, then the employees decide where that money's getting spent instead of the owners. And that way I have control and know that it's going into restoration. But at any rate, a lot of politics. But typically I charge $60 for an event. If you want to rent the entire building and you have a small group up to 10 people, you can rent the entire building, the entire monastery, for $600. So that's like if you got 10 people, that's $60 per person. And you get the building to yourself, your group, for the entire night. And you could stay in the rooms for free. We've got beds over here now. You can spend the entire night here or an entire weekend if you'd like. So, yeah, it's a ripoff. And I'm sorry to see it. Last week, or last night, those girls flew in from all the way from California and found out that this event wasn't happening. Last month, when they scheduled it for the two days last month, we had people that drove out here all the way from Missouri to find out it was canceled. So we let them in. So I'm covering a lot of their bases and stuff, not for the sake of Ghost Hunt USA, but I'm trying to make it right for these people that came all this way to be here and not leave disappointed. And it's good PR for the Holy Cross Abbey here. So, that's what it's about. Yeah. It's so unsettling. Unsettling. It's so unsettling. Yeah, it is. It is. But that's the society we live in now. There's some pretty unscrupulous people. Um, yeah, they countered it. They said, yeah, when they asked for the chargeback, they said that the event never even took place. I've got 8 hours of that event videotaped. We have tons of people that worked the event and people that came to the event that can verify that it did indeed happen. I mean, there's no question. So it's a matter of credit card companies fighting out with each other. Credit card company fighting with the bank to get the money back from whoever rightfully it should go to, which rightfully it should go back into the Abby's account because of the fact that the event did take place, it did happen, and therefore they were liable for those funds. What I understand in an affidavit that they signed back to get the charge card or charges reversed, they even said that we agreed that the event did not take place, which was, you know, again, not true. We never knew until we got the statement from the credit card company that they were reversing the charges. So at any rate, it's a mess. And I'm sure if it's happening here, it happened to the other, I think they had 55 other venues throughout the United States that they screwed over. So it's, yeah, wow. And it's one guy, his name's Andrew. And there was two other main characters, some gal and some other guy, but I can't remember their names offhand. But Andrew was the big wig. You gotta head to bed. You don't need no sleep. You just need to hang out with Gramps here. I get it. I get it. Some people got those. What's the word? Jet. Starts with the J-O-B. Oh, yeah. Those dirty words. Yeah. Well, have a good night. Sleep well. I will talk to you soon. Yeah, and then talk to me too. Maybe you guys can come up and hang out for a fun night. You know, just whatever. We'll talk. But send me a message and remind me over on Facebook, and I'll send you my phone number, and that way you can call me. Good night, Stringster. Agreed. Exactly, Cognito. Okay. Nighty night. Say hi to your sis and your mom. And Jim, if you talked to him before me. All right. Well, they seem to be pretty interested in what's going on. They must be getting some responses. And like I say, I keep seeing that cat ball go off. So, pretty cool. I hope they do. I see the sun. Let's see. I think he said over here. Yeah, get my picture down here because I think he's sitting here. Dad, mom, and the couple from Wyoming. And then the son is over here, I believe. So right off over here. Yeah, I was using the wrong mouse there. So there's the son, the dad, the mom, and the couple from Wyoming. Cat ball is right there. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but it keeps flashing, which indicates something's happening in there. And like right there, they must have got a response because he looked over and said something to her. Dad's over here with the parabolic mic listening in. See, so he's probably got the best as far as hearing what's going on. So pretty cool. I hope they're getting great responses there. Like something ran across the floor right there. If you saw that, that was just a dust orb. Just a dust orb flying parallel. And for those of you who don't know, it's completely pitch dark in there. The light that you see is IR light, and this little bubble of light that you see right here, that's because I have here, keep using the wrong mouse, you guys can't see. This little bubble of light that you see right here is created by a floodlight, a flood IR light that I have. So it's lighting up this whole chapel is when I put that floodlight in there. But it does create that ball of light. Even though we can see it with these cameras, it's pitch dark in this room right now. Other than what ambient light may be coming in through one of these windows up here, which isn't much because it is stained glass, so there's not going to be a whole lot of light getting in there. So it's pretty dark in there right now. I see them talking back and forth, so maybe they're getting some responses. I don't know. Yeah, that light is lighting up quite a bit back here. Well, I'm sure they'll give the lowdown when they come up. Oh. I'll put it right here and then you can't see it. I can see it, but you can't see it. Yep, the cat ball just lit up again. I don't know why it doesn't show up in IR very well. Apparently he just heard something and said something to them. They were communicating back and forth. Say, I wished I had audio down there. And I could have sent them down with my phone and used my phone through Discord, I suppose, but Oh, well, we'll get the rundown. Meantime, you get to listen to my commentary. People in the second and third row, right side. Yeah, there's somebody right here. That's the son. And then mom and dad are here, and then the couple from Wyoming right here. And I know it's kind of dark back here. You can't really see him, but he's there. Third row, as you said. Big yawn. All right, looks like they said enough. Pick up that cat ball. She's gonna shut off the power. Dark shadow, second row. Right in this area here. Yeah. And even now, it looks like something's there, but I don't know what creates that illusion. Should check it out sometime. I've noticed that before. Now they're probably discussing, well, where are you gonna go? I'll go to here and you can go to there. Okay, so we should see them here. Let's see. Way at the end of this hallway here in a second, when they come out, I'll switch cams. We'll see them briefly to see where they go. Oh, and who was it the heck? Oh, I think it was Tim with the T. Hadn't seen him in the last few nights. Telling me, get some oil for this chair. I did get some silicone spray, so I just got to remember to bring it up because it does squeak. And I move around a lot. I'm pretty fidgety. Okay. They're way down here in this area right here. That's where the chapel, so they'll have to come down this hallway here as soon as they leave the chapel. Which they're still in the chapel. It's in the hallway there. Now we should be able to see them in the, where they are. Okay, it looks like, okay, somebody's coming upstairs. It must be a couple. See them coming up the stairs here. All of them, it looks like, maybe. Yeah. True story. True story. So what do you think?
Chapel's active.
I saw the catwalk going lighting up quite a bit. Well, we
Really?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
basement, nothing.
You saw the
Fourth
cat
floor,
walls lighting?
nothing?
yeah, we could see them up here.
We didn't see
You didn't
them
see
light up
'em?
at all. No.
Okay, maybe it was just the glistening of the IR then on them. So what did you get through the box? Anything?
We've heard a lot of different names. He was listening to it with the,
Parabolic?
and, they were.
Kept hearing a whistling over and
Really?
over. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
You could hear people talking in the background. With this, with the headphones, you could hear.
Did you hear any more music?
We asked too. We said, was that
Yeah.
you playing the piano? And we got a clear yes.
Yes.
Wow. Okay, cool.
But we didn't hear singing anymore. We didn't
No.
hear singing and we didn't hear singing anymore.
And earlier we were speaking.
And they kept telling, we kept asking how many are in here right now. We kept getting 6. All of us kept hearing 6 straight.
Cool.
So.
And somebody said that they were here for centuries.
At
What?
4 centuries.
For 4 centuries.
Well, I don't know if it's
Was it
4
4?
centuries or 4 centuries.
Oh, okay. But we asked.
When
we
they
said,
asked how long you've been here, and I heard for centuries over the.
And I had heard centuries, and he said, and then right after I was like, I think I heard centuries. He goes, that said for centuries. And I'm like, oh. So, I don't know if that was before this church was theirs. You said there was.
Yeah, this was a Native American ceremonial ground for the Ute Indians back in the
But then would they speak English to let us know that? Would they be able to tell us that?
I would think not.
I would think they wouldn't know how to speak to us.
Centuries, we're talking several hundred years.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, I don't know if it was 4 centuries or 4 centuries. Just like somebody said. I've
Well,
been here
even
4
a couple of
Right,
centuries, you know, that's still,
Yeah.
the West wasn't one until the
Exactly.
Colorado 1850s,
Right.
40s, you know, was probably the earliest.
The word centuries was clear.
Yeah,
So I don't
that
know.
was very clear.
And
And we kept, you know, we heard Rich, Richard, George, Ivan.
George came crystal clear through mine. Oh, Madeline. I didn't know if you guys ever heard that one.
No.
I
Madeline,
heard that one very quietly and it was crystal clear. Madeline.
any smells? Anybody have any unusual smells?
When I was in
Anything?
the basement when you were showing us around, I smelled garlic.
Garlic?
Oh, that was my dinner.
Yeah.
3
Yeah,
times.
Alfredo.
About 3 times I got really teary eyed out of nowhere.
Really?
Yeah,
Emotional?
that doesn't.
What parts?
Once when I was walking up the chapel stairs to go up there, and then one time upstairs on the 4th floor, and then one time in the basement. That doesn't usually happen. And it would be like 5 seconds, and then go away.
Now, when they were in the viewing room and then I think they went out in the hallway, you went into the library.
Yes, he did.
Did you get anything in the library, anything like that? Or, no? Okay. I was just wondering if you felt the calling in there or, just
I-
wandering.
Every time I have an experience, I wander off from everyone, so I usually try to wander off at least a few times.
Okay. You guys, you know what? I mean, if you guys want to continue, you're welcome to. I'm hanging out, so as long as I don't have to do anything, I'm golden. So it's up to you if you want to continue, if you want to. It's like 1 o'clock is all. So, and generally, I'm a night person anyways. 5 o'clock is when I go to bed. You won't see me up before 11.
Yeah.
It's up to you guys if you want to. I mean, because I'm not, like I say,
I think we're gonna go ahead and head,
Okay.
so.
Well, good. I hope you had a great
You
time.
did,
and I
and
hope,
put that in your donation.
Oh, you
Yeah.
bet, yeah.
Yeah,
We'll,
or whatever you need to do with it.
we'll,
So, thank you very much.
there's a box downstairs, and in fact,
Okay.
yeah, and if you think, send an email and back to the Abbey and let them know that.
Oh, absolutely,
know,
not a
um,
problem. We'll get into, we'll even link you up with other people.
Well, yeah, and I do have, I've got the simplyghost.com is actually my website. And there's links into setting up investigations with me here. And I'm with the Abbey, so it's not like I'm one of those guys out there. If I book you, you know you're coming. We're not gonna close the door and all that. And another thing too is, again, my events run $60 per person, not $150. And mine go from, I generally say 7 o'clock, but if you wanna show up at 6 o'clock and then stay till 6 o'clock in the morning, that's fine with me. And also, I limit my numbers down to 10, maybe 12, so depending on, that way we don't get the overcrowding. You still get the opportunity to do a real investigation and get separated. And plus, I have access to the gymnasium of Thornton Hall and several other places on the campus that they wouldn't be able to offer you. So it's a whole lot better deal if you come through the Abbey to do it. And you can, if you contact the Abbey and ask for a paranormal investigation, they're gonna send the information to me anyways, and you'll wind up getting a hold of me. But if you have a team, as I said, and you want to rent the entire building, for 10 people, split the cost, it's $60 a piece, $600 to have the whole building to yourself with your friends or family. Some I have people do family reunions. Say, hey, let's go do a ghost hunt. Well, I really don't. You're going to do a ghost
That's
hunt. We booked the Abbey.
That's
We're
funny you're
going.
saying it, because in my head, I'm actually sitting here going, I know my other kids. I'm sitting here going, who else could we
Yeah,
get?
yeah.
Awesome.
And that's another thing too, with you guys being from out of state, that's another thing too. We have Headley Hall, which has rooms. It's $50 a night. They're dorm style rooms, but they got clean beds, 2 beds per room. So that if you're breaking it down to cost per person, $25 a night for each person to stay at Headley Hall. Or if you're having a family reunion and want to spend the weekend here, the sister's house they rent out, it's got 18 rooms or 15 rooms. It accommodates 28 people, and you get the entire house for $575 for the weekend. So if you start breaking that down versus
Right.
going to the Holiday Inn, you've just saved $1,000. And you get the sister's house, and it's got an enclosed patio and a barbecue grill, a nice kitchen, and then a grand room where everybody can gather, or they can go to their separate rooms and whatnot. So a lot of advantages to come here.
Is that usually Friday, Saturday?
You
Or
can
just
book.
do whatever?
You can book during the week or whatever, yeah. And, you know, we do that a lot with weddings, and right now that's what
Right.
the other RV is out there and stuff. They've actually rented the sister's house and having a family reunion this weekend. Tomorrow there's a wedding, that's with all the
Yeah,
chairs.
all
are
the
out
chairs
and back,
out
so,
there.
I did take a picture that almost made me poop myself. So
Sure.
I'll show you what I saw, and I'm sure you'll know exactly what it is, but I think you can understand why I was a little spooked at first. It was upstairs in one of the rooms.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the closet.
I zoomed in there and
That's kind of cool.
I peed my pants almost, and I told him, I was like, if I turn my flashlight on and there's nothing there, we gotta go.
As soon as he did it, I knew exactly what he was looking
Yeah.
at, because I kind of did it, kind of double take when I first walked in there.
Kind of looks like
And-
Inspector Gadget.
And it kind of has the body towards
Okay,
you.
Yeah.
yeah.
And I turned it on, and it was just paint on the ducts.
You're
And
like,
then there's discoloration
Yeah.
on the wall When you turn the corner, it literally looked like it had a ghost body with a head,
You're
like
like,
a
oh,
head
yeah.
peeking around, like a peeking around the corner, cause I kinda went, oh, and then he's like, you should see this picture, and I'm like, oh.
So did you join my,
I'll follow you right now.
oh, because I thought this was you, because I saw you messing with your phone.
Oh, yeah.
And then all of a sudden, this guy started following me, and I said, "Turn around and wave at me if that's you." And you never turned around and waved. So, yeah. So, well, good. I'm glad you guys had a good time.
No,
I'm glad we were able to get you in here.
We greatly appreciate it. You didn't have to do
Yeah,
that, so.
I mean, I'm sorry for the whole mess, but you know, the sad part is Ghost Hunt USA has venues. I think they have thank you for the follow.
problem.
Yeah, so they have venues, I think 54 venues
Yeah.
across the United States. They did this to every single one,
They did.
every single one.
There's gotta be somebody that's got
Karma's
more
coming.
power than me.
Karma's coming for Andrew. Andrew's the big shot. Karma's gonna get him. His partner went to jail already. He's already for embezzling. So.
Yeah. Well, sir.
Yeah, you betcha.
Yeah,
You
appreciate it
betcha.
greatly. Thank you so much for. Thanks so much for,
But acting like you needed a hug.
oh, do I? Because I'm not. And so, but yeah, just shoulder splitting, just kind of walking around since we traveled all this. way,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
Appreciate it.
absolutely.
We'll definitely
Yeah.
give you some online love. Guys, nice meeting you.
Yeah,
and
nice
glad we
meeting you.
got
Just about anything. What's up, Gramps? You'll find me Instagram,
Yep.
Twitter,
Are you still going?
I
YouTube.
think we're gonna stay for a little bit longer.
Nice.
We're at
Nice,
the,
yeah.
we're at the, what is it, what hour mark are we at?
10 after 1.
10 after 1?
11:11. Yeah.
You guys late? Well, probably not,
That door, to unlock it, you have to twist it. It's the same thing on the outside when you go out. If you twist it and lock it, otherwise I can follow you down and lock it. But you guys can do it from the outside too. So just make sure that door is locked for me, please. Thank you. Nice, nice. So now you guys got choices.
We're gonna go try that 4-4.
There you go.
They said they got nothing up there at all. We wanna try the kids.
Yeah, good. Play, like I said, first off, get down low. I mean,
I have 4 kids.
there you go. You know, we're
He's got
intimidating.
kids,
Um,
and yeah, we're scary as is.
cat balls, now that they're all free, I would use, do it just like I said, take some motion lights.
We had 2 of them.
You got you?
No, we had to. I set them down there.
Okay. So here's some, do a motion light on either end. Then cat ball.
Okay.
And there's actually a little pack over there. That's really big to
I have a bag too.
Okay, okay. And then they really love this thing.
Do
They're
they?
attracted to that. And if you want a super here, did you try it yet?
I have not, no.
Yeah, here. So, put your headphones on, and then all you gotta do is pull the trigger. If it's too loud or not loud enough, it does have volume control, you can crank up or crank down.
I'm deaf too, so.
So, go ahead and send something. Yeah. There you go, now you got supersonic hearing.
Yeah,
Oh, Lord,
what?
finally.
Yeah.
Left my hearing aids at home, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, take this back up. Did you like that? Did it work for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
That worked a
Try
lot.
that again.
Because then you'll be able to hear
Plus,
what I
the
can.
kids are really drawn to it.
Well, and
They're
Okay.
intrigued by it.
kids like. So he's, background, he's a firefighter and an EMT, and he just, one, he has a little one that used to cling to him a lot. So,
But I lost it in the fire.
that you didn't lose her.
Well,
He found her in the fire after, and then she was attached to him, and then he told her finally to leave her alone.
Let me tell you about one of the ladies that we have here. And we call her the campfire woman. She smells like, you get the smell of the campfire.
What did you say you smelled?
I think I smelled like something, like, that was one of the smells I smelled last year.
Really?
No, it
Was it
wasn't
downstairs?
downstairs, it was upstairs in the fourth floor. You said, I
She
smelled burning.
predominantly stays on the fourth floor, but she wanders.
Yeah, that's
through.
what, we've been on the same floor,
And
I
you
don't
said,
remember.
you smelled burning.
Yes, I
And
smelled
said,
something burning.
Okay, here's the background with her. She showed up about 2 years ago.
Some
And
people are bringing.
she was attached to two young ladies. They were driving down, how did you come up 115 out of Colorado Springs?
Yeah, and then,
Okay.
yeah,
So at night, this hour of the day, there's not a lot of traffic down
Yeah.
that highway. And oftentimes you can go all the way to the springs and not pass another car. Even now, as busy as everything is. But these two girls were coming back from Colorado Springs, and it was like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. And the car in front of them swerved to miss hitting an elk, lost control, flipped a few times, and their car burst into flames. So they jumped out of the car and they were able to run over and get the husband out of the car. But the woman was trapped in the car and couldn't get her out, and then they burst into flames, and all they could do was listen to her cry until she finally burned to death. That girl attached herself, and we know that she's here. We get that campfire smell. And she told me through the portal on several occasions that she wanted to cross over. She knew when she got off here, this was an opportunity for her to finally cross over here. But then, here's what happened. It's kind of a sad story. She was the mother of two. She's 27 years old. I actually have a photograph of her and stuff. And her name, she was actually an Asian girl. She got here, wanted to cross over, and when it came time, I brought in Sean, because I don't do any of that stuff. I let Sean take care of it. And she decided not to cross over. And the reason being is she got here and discovered all the kids up on the fourth floor. And now her mothering instinct tells her she needs to stay here and protect those kids. And she won't leave, but she doesn't want to be here. So now she's kind of stuck because she needs to take care of, she doesn't need to take care of the kids. That's something that she needs to realize. That it's okay. There's nothing that can harm them anymore. She needs to go.
it needs to.
And so she's the one that you may come in contact if you start getting that campfire smell. And again, you know, because you're a firefighter or EMT, then you know you may have a better connection.
We can talk there. Let's go to the fourth floor.
And you guys got a recorder? You've been recording?
I have been recording. There's a couple of times I'm like, oh shit, I forgot to push record.
Yeah,
But
and
yes.
like I said, I'm on YouTube. I'm on. I've got a special page on Facebook. But if you get a hold of me, then I'll set you up with all my other social
Okay.
networks and stuff, and you can share that information with us and stuff, and see what happens from here on
Yeah,
out.
that'd be great. Come back here too.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, we like to know that kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Good,
This is our
Good,
favorite.
yeah, and I was telling everybody I admired your patience when you first got here, because you could sit there and investigate. You don't have to, And that's true enough. If there's nothing happening here, get up and move around. But sometimes it's best just to settle and wait because they're not gonna happen just because you walked into the room.
Yeah,
Well, and it's their space, so just like,
yeah, we're coming into their territory.
yeah.
Exactly. So let everybody get comfortable with each other, give it some time, and just relax, chill. And that's the same thing too. You don't even have to necessarily talk to them, but have a casual conversation. And if you listen to the UVPs afterwards, they're going, yes, or I agree with that.
He
And-
was saying that it was almost like there were two people talking, and we were talking, and one was saying, tell them this.
Yeah,
And telling someone else to
true
talk.
story, and absolutely, I believe that. Um, Yeah, make sure you're listening to UVPs, though. That's the only way you're gonna find that stuff. you know? And I'm real bad. I'll take a recorder, but I never listen to it. But now I have people that love that stuff. If
And
I
listen
post
to it
it,
for you?
they'll sit there and listen to it for me. Yeah.
Cool.
So,
Okay.
all right, enjoy. Have
Okay.
fun. I'll have my eye on you.
Okay, try not to get lost.
Cool. So that was neat, guys. They are getting some responses there in the chapel. Now they're heading up to the 4th floor. Cool. Looks like just a few of us left. I don't know who's even left anymore, but let's go see what they're doing up on the 4th floor. As long as they're hanging out, I'm just gonna sit here and watch. So see them. Okay. Right here. Sweet. Sleep at the wheel here. They should be up close to the 4th floor now. They're there. And they're there. Right there in front of Abigail's room. They should be putting a motion light, a cat ball, and then set up the portal down here, sit down and hang out. Put a motion light and a cat ball. He's got the parabolic mic now, so he'll hear everything that goes on. So that's pretty cool. Hopefully they'll get something. Got two motion or two. Two cat balls and a motion light set up, it looks like. Go down to the other end here. She set down a motion light, it looks like. Oh, and of course I got this right in the way, don't I? Move mine. There we go. So, yeah, the portal sitting in the hallway. She's moving right there. Cat ball. There's a motion light out of screen here. Out of the shot. We got another cat ball right here, I think. Portal. I imagine they have it playing now. It looks like there's something set up there. It could be another motion light, I'm not sure. And they're just hanging out on the side there. Good, hopefully they'll catch something. Check this, make sure that door is locked. Can't really tell. I don't think it is. Can't really tell. Maybe it is right there. I think I'll go down and look to make sure. I don't want any visitors tonight that don't belong in here. everybody left me all by myself. All by myself. All right, I like the way these guys do things. They're patient. Patient. You're wondering what they're hearing or if they're getting anything. Hello, good morning. Hello, goodbye. 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 All right, well, all by myself. Not much to talk about. That's why I'm just sitting here watching. Just like you guys. Cat ball here. Got another cat ball down here somewhere. And there's a motion light back here out of camera shot. They're sitting against the wall here. Imagine that's the portal and maybe another motion light. Nothing happening at this point. I hope it does. I hope. Hope here very soon it does. Quiet, pretty quiet in here too. Not much going on in the command center at all. Not hearing anything. Not hearing anything. P. Warden has followed. Hey, thanks for that follow. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Don't know who all's watching. Got some people up on the 4th floor. Actually, the last two, husband and wife out of Wyoming, up on the 4th floor. And seeing if they can interact with the kids. I sent them up there with a the portal and an SB7, some flash, some motion lights and cat balls, and then they have a device up here. I'm not sure what that is. And they're trying to contact the children that we know are up on the 4th floor. He also has the parabolic mic, so I know that he can hear every little sound that is possibly made up there. So hopefully they'll come in contact with something. P. Warden, if you've never been here before, this is the Holy Cross Abbey Monastery in Canyon City, Colorado. It is basically 100,000 square feet from the basement to the 4 floors above ground. So we have a basement, first, second, third, and 4th floor. We're down to the last 2 investigators for tonight. We had 5 total. It was a mom, dad, and son. They just recently left. This couple seems to be having some activity tonight. A lot of interesting stories that they've shared. Oh, P. Warden, okay. That must have been Dad. There you go. Okay, there you are. So I got Dewicki and P. Warden. Cool. Got you both now. And you guys came all the way from Montana to be here. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, glad it worked out for you guys. You were able to get in anyways. I think it was a better situation overall for those of you who did get in tonight, because again, you pretty much had the place to yourself. Pretty much had a place to yourselves. Oops, I'm kind of covering up that fourth floor there again. I keep forgetting that that has to be there. Actually, I don't even need that. Could conceivably go up into, yeah, just leave it. And we'll just zoom in on where they're at. Fourth floor again still. Let's see here. Patiently waiting. Gonna be interesting to see what they come back with. I know she said she also had a recorder, so she's been recording everything that they've captured tonight. And it sounds like they've had some interesting interactions on the down in the chapel. Got some interesting stuff. Sound like the portal was working well for them. That's good. Well, these lights are surging over here. They don't generally do that. Let's see here. Well, there we are. We're bright lights. Bright lights. Ah, I'm blinded by the light. Green light. Red light. Red light. Right, 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 right. Interesting. There's red. That's red. Now we're just kind of going through the motions here. Cool. That's not distracting or nothing, is it? Yeah, awesome. Fortunately, I feel pretty good tonight. I've last two nights, I think, just having Misty around last night was fun. Misty and Lexi. But I'm planning on laying low the next few days. Not doing too much of anything. I might pull out the drone and do some photography, aerial photography. Maybe tomorrow, get it charged up. I haven't played with it in a while. Maybe do some metal detecting. All this rain we've had and whatnot. And now they're running the sprinkler again. Get out there after they've run the sprinkler, so it makes for easy digging. Never know what we're gonna find around here. And it's been a while, you know? It's been a while. Take it slow and easy and just do it. Didn't look like that door was locked from up here. I went and checked it, and absolutely it was. So, but problems we've been having with the homeless people here, they'll sneak in if they see that door's unlocked. They actually watch the door. Just 2 days ago, I found some guy just sprawled out in the middle of the grass. I watched him for a while, and he didn't move. So I thought maybe he was either passed out or dead. I finally went over and confronted him. Hey, buddy. When he heard my voice, boy, he sprang to life real quick. And we had a group come in over to Headley Hall, and I didn't know if he was with that group or not. So I asked him if he was staying here on the campus, and he made I couldn't understand what he even said. He said, no, he lived nearby in apartments or something. I'm thinking, well, why are you sprawled out here then if you're nearby? But at any rate, I think I was asking too many questions and it made him nervous, and he just started walking away and didn't even answer anymore, but he left, so that was all I cared about. That was all I cared about. Just keeping an eye out for everybody around here. Well, they aren't jumping around or anything, so nothing's scaring them or freaking them out up there. That's good, but I would like to see a little more action. See a moth flying around the front door down there, outside the windows. In the other cameras. Ugh. Wonder, just out of curiosity. Just clip that. Yeah, it's pretty quiet in here tonight. So I didn't find out where exactly in Montana P. Warden and his family came from. Somewhere up in Montana. I like Montana. A lot of country up there. A lot of space and very few people. I think that's what I like most about it. The few people. Definitely not a big city guy. I avoid the cities for sure. Especially when I'm in the RV and traveling across the states and stuff. I make sure I look at my maps and skirt around any large populated areas. For a number of reasons, not just people, but it's just I like to do abandoned exploration and find cool stuff. And then that's not to say that it isn't in the city, but I just like Route 66. I like traveling Route 66 because a lot of that stuff is becoming extinct, so to speak. I mean, every year we lose a large percentage of Route 66, more and more and more. Not only because of Mother Earth reclaiming some of those places, but people get inside the old buildings and like some of the old motels when I went back the last time, they weren't there anymore. They had burned down from people getting inside there and homeless and whatnot, or druggies or whatever, and they end up catching the place on fire, and that's the end of that. But I like you at Route 66, but I was quite surprised when I traveled it and then went back 4 years later how much, actually it was only 3 years later, how much had disappeared in just 3 years. Was gone. But that's what I try to capture, and it's not just Route 66, but old abandoned factories, old abandoned farmhouses, old abandoned whatever abandoned. I just love to explore. Looks like somebody may be laying down. I can't really tell though. Even with 2 IR cameras up there, you can't really see. Okay, they're just sitting upright, stretched out their legs. That floor gets awful hard after about 10 minutes. So I admire them for hanging there for as long as they have. That's why I have those chairs. Actually, I grab the chairs and I sit in the chairs. I ain't laying on that floor. Again, it looks like it's lit up there, but it's not. It's just the reflection of the IR light at the other end of the hallway. Pretty quiet. So it looks like we're approaching 2 o'clock in the morning. See if anything fires up about then. I would love to see the cat balls start lighting up, or motion light or something. And so far, nothing that I've seen. So hopefully something's coming through the portal, or he's hearing stuff through the parabolic mic. So even though I've only been streaming about 2.5 hours, they've actually been in here since about, I guess, 8:30ish, 9 o'clock. But it took quite a while to do the tour. I generally take an hour and a half to do my tour, or sometimes longer, even depending on how many questions they're asking. How winded I get, we know that's all possible. The guy doesn't ever shut up. But that's why if what I was hoping this summer, up until my whole summer has been changed a little bit with this thing, kind of my issue kind of escalating here. My whole summer has changed, but I plan to do haunted history tours / investigation. So I was going to start them out at about 7 o'clock, figuring on by 8:30 being done with the tour. From 8:30 to midnight, then they could actually go in and do some paranormal investigating. But it didn't. I don't think it's going to happen. I just don't have my days are so up and down anymore. I have good days and bad days. I just don't know that I want to try to commit to anything. And I've got a lot of great help, a lot of great friends and stuff that are more than happy to come help me out. But the problem is they live far away. And it's one thing to come up for a weekend, but to ask them to come up every weekend or something like that and make that commitment, it's pretty tough. And the haunted tour / investigations, I was kind of more targeting people that are up here for the week, family vacation, gonna go to the Royal Gorge or something like that, and looking for something to do on a Tuesday night or Wednesday night or something. Then I would book private investigations / history tours and pretty much accommodate them on whatever night they wanted to be here by appointment or reservation. And then charging a minimal fee, like $25 or $30. Try to raise money for the Abbey that way. But guys, I've just run out of steam. These last couple of months have been real tough on me. Between my lungs and my heart. Oh. Well, I want to see him jump or something, or his lights to start lighting up. And see that activity. I know it's up there, and I know it happens. Absolutely does. I admire this couple for their patience. They're hanging in there. They're sitting up there. And that's what you got to do. It's just like fishing. Throw out your line, and then you got to sit and wait. Sit and wait. That's funny. These lights managed to sync up with each other. I had them out of sequence, and now they just synced up. So I'm going to hold this one up. Oh, resynced again. There we go. Try that. Cool. On Broadway. All right, well, let's check some of the other cameras while we're sitting here. See if anything else is happening on any of the other floors. Nothing down in the basement. Really need to set up that ball again. I think the X is still down there. I just need to get it set up. Okay, the other cam just blinked out. Gonna have to reset that cam. Close it out and reopen it. Why it does that? So it's, there we go. We're back live. Hey, there we are. Okay. Totally lost the connection to the other cams. Had to reconnect. It's interesting. I just heard a thud outside my door here. But I don't see anything in my cameras. Of course, I can't see because I'm not on that camera. Nope, nothing in that hallway, but I just heard a thud for sure. Thud for Relio. Okay, we've got the cameras back up and working as they should. Back over on the monitor 2. Been down there, but look. Nothing going on there. All quiet in the command center here, and there, and here, and there. All right, let's go here to back to here. Kind of a creepy background. I kind of like that. That's pretty neat. Checking from the opposite end of the hall. Ooh, something just blinked. I don't know what that was. There we go. Cat ball here, cat ball there, I think, and there's a motion light back here off camera. I kind of think that that's a motion light as well. He does have the parabolic mic, so I know that, excuse me, if anything, any sounds are made, he should be able to detect them. Down in the slaughter room, electrical room. Chair room. Potato cellar. Like all clear down in the basement. You guys remember about 3 weeks ago, man, there was moths everywhere. Like a huge infestation. Let's see what they're doing here. Looks like they might be picking up or only sit there for so long. Say that concrete doesn't get any softer. I would have had that chair long before now. There's actually 2 chairs up there, so they each could have had one. And I actually carried them up there because I got tired of standing. Sit down on that floor, it can only, like I say, it only works for about 10 minutes and I've got to get off of it. All right, he's picked up the cat ball, so they must be calling it, at least on the 4th. Let's see what they do. I'm sure they'll show up back down here. Give us an update as to any goings on, any activity that they may have captured. Hopefully they got something. Okay, we're gonna go into Abigail's room. suspect we'll see her move down on the third floor here. Come down. I don't know why that camera's so dark. I really need to adjust that. I think I say that every week, but I can't. I can do it while I'm live, I guess. Anyway, when they come down with the flashlight, there you go. It's gonna brighten it up anyway, so. I'm sure they're just gonna turn the corner and continue down. So next, we'll see them down at the second floor here. There we go. Nice. Okay, coming down the hallway here. Again, command's right here. Room next to me is the door is open, but command's closed. So they'll be coming in here in just a second, letting us know what happened, if anything. My feet hurt. Actually sitting here barefooted. Took off my shoes. Here barefooted. So how'd it go, guys?
Ever heard the name Michael before?
Yeah.
The boy?
Michael, yes?
That seems like the one that she's most attached to. And doesn't wanna
Leave?
leave.
Doesn't wanna leave Mike.
That came through plain as day. We asked who was keeping her here, and she said Michael. Michael says he's about 10 or 11. We couldn't pick up. He heard 10, I heard 11.
Okay. That's interesting. I wonder if we can cross over Michael and then she'll go.
Well, we
Michael
asked
doesn't
that,
wanna go.
and Michael doesn't wanna go.
Michael plays the music up there.
Yes, we asked him, we said, Michael, when he finally started coming through, he started coming through with music.
Uh-huh.
So we said, Michael, are you the one that likes the music? And more music started playing. And so we said, are you the one that plays the music? And more music started playing. And we
Wow.
asked him why he's keeping her here, and he said, Mom.
So I think she's like a mom to him.
I would think, yes, yeah,
She's
that's,
taking on a motherly figure for him. She
Wow.
doesn't wanna cross over because of Mike.
she won't cross over and he won't cross over
No.
because of each other.
Yeah.
Wow, that's fucked up.
Yes,
Um,
But there was lots of stuff.
yeah, there's lots of stuff.
How do you like that mic?
Oh, that's something.
Yeah, and they're cheap too, 30
Yeah, I
$30 or
see what we're
so.
getting hold of.
He's given us lots of ideas on getting hold of
And we
stuff.
kept seeing somebody down far into the hall. You'd see them move back and forth. down
Yeah,
there.
I hear that a lot.
But they would stay outside of the reach of the light.
Every now and then you'll hear adults speaking too, and they're just, you know, it's kind of like that sidewalk chatter you hear in the
Mhm.
background in movies and stuff. You know it's adults,
Right.
and it's just.
Well, we asked him too. We asked her to if she had any help up there, 'cause
She said there's no,
she said it was really hard, and she said there was help. She had help up there with helping watch kids. We asked her.
So there's others?
She said there's just one,
one of them,
and we didn't get anything
Uh.
other than like we asked if it was a nun or a.
she never said anything.
She didn't. Yeah, she wasn't really. She didn't really want much to do with us. She came around though. He smelt her.
Well, that's funny that, I mean, that makes sense. Because I haven't heard of somebody else up there, so she's probably very quiet about what she does up there. Just doesn't want to.
It sounds like there's several kids.
Yeah, I asked.
Oh,
I
definitely.
said, how many kids are up here? And we heard 6 I talked to her, I said, that's a lot of kids to watch, and she said it's really hard.
Wow. Well, I know, I hear lots of voices. I would have never guessed 60, but I know there's a bunch. So,
It's an hour and a
so what do you think? Did you have fun?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
It was
definitely.
great.
We even asked them, could we come back, and they said, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, by all means, you're welcome. So.
Yeah.
Told them good night. We, at one point, we left, we, said, is it past your bedtime? And we heard, of course not. Okay, I'm sorry.
But I had the headphones on my head, and someone was pulling them down,
Oh, really?
and she
Yes.
felt something
I had
tickling
someone
her arm.
just come in and just like, you know, when you just feel just the hairs getting
Yeah.
touched.
Yeah.
And so I said, are you tickling my
I
arm?
love the fourth floor. That's my favorite. There's people also that will come here that have been here before, and they go straight to the fourth floor and never leave it. Spend the entire time that they're in the building
It
on the
was-
fourth floor.
It was very active up there.
Well, the room we were sitting adjacent to, just right here, you kept hearing bumping and moving around in there. You could never see anything or, but you could hear the bumping
Yeah.
and like fumbling around, kind of playing or,
Cool.
but yeah, Michael came on really
Very
good.
clear.
Very clear, and he's 10 or 11. But that's what she says she's attached to.
Now, are you guys down here specifically for? You came
Yeah, we came for
specific-
this.
Wow.
It was actually my Christmas present.
I'll be down.
I just made him wait 6 months to
Yeah,
get
yeah. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, we're into this kind of stuff pretty good.
Well, have you guys ever did, the territorial prison in Rollins?
Yes.
Yeah, we did the prison in Rollins.
Yeah.
There's one cell that he did not want me to take a picture of. He kept blurring it out and darkening it up. I couldn't get a picture of
No
it on
matter
cell,
what we'll do, we'll
no
pay.
matter what I did to fix it.
I think when we were there, we paid like $1,200 or something to investigate it.
Wow.
And it really pissed me off because it was one of those places where we had one of their guides was constantly.
Yeah.
So every time they turned his back, I was the guy that they were looking for because I would sneak off and take off and
Yeah.
go do my own thing until I get
Well,
caught.
it annoys
Then
you.
they stuck one person on me and I lost him.
Yeah, that would, I mean, it was a cool tour, but that's all it was. We didn't
Yeah.
get to do anything
No,
explore
because they
wise.
run you through too fast.
Yeah, and they moved you quickly.
Did you do a tour or did you rent the
We did
No,
the
we did
tour.
tour.
okay, yeah, we did the investigation, so we rented the thing, but there was,
Yeah, that was fun.
you know, it was still, there was 10 of us, so it was like $120
Oh, okay.
each, no big deal. And then we stayed at that, they had that haunted bed and breakfast there in town somewhere, I can't remember.
That's just down the road from the Rollins prison, yeah.
The what?
That's just down the road. from
Yeah,
the prison.
yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and, I mean, it was senseless to pay the money that we did for that because you're coming in from an investigation at like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah,
And then they had one other guest and it was a bed and breakfast, so they had one other guest because we had all the other rooms. But because of the other guests, we couldn't investigate.
I wonder if Evanston would let them. We have the state hospital that they shut down. We have the new part of it, but the old part that they didn't tear down, they're trying to see if they can make them back into living space for people. And I thought, that's a bad idea.
people that work there says it is very, very active.
Very
Hospitals
active,
are
and it's,
crazy.
well, and I thought, that's gonna be a lot of suicides,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a horrible
I mean,
place to.
that'd be some angry people there.
Yeah.
Some
And
angry spirits.
very, but there's also been, well, it used to be a bed and breakfast in Evanston. They can't keep it sold. It goes up for sale, what, 6 months,
Yeah,
all the time
so
after
everybody's gonna
someone buys it.
reopen it.
And then it never works, but it's this beautiful mansion.
And I've been in there and that's definitely.
They can't even get it updated. It still looks like it's from the 30s, 40s, 50s because they can't get it updated.
Then we toured the, Fort Bridger, the fort.
Yeah, that was.
We went on the night tour there, and that was fun. In fact, we come out of one building, and it says, did they say anything about a dog?
And
The lady stopped and turned around and said, I never said that.
and he goes, I know, but
I
there's
said,
a
I know,
dog.
but there's a dog in this house.
And then she started
Like,
telling
we
stories
need
about
to
the
talk.
dog.
She said, there is a dog. More dog.
One of the lieutenants or something had a dog.
She said, we need to talk.
Thank you so much, we appreciate it. Are you gonna be here tomorrow, after you wake up?
Yeah,
Noon, 1 o'clock.
yeah, I'm here all the time, so.
We have cards, we don't have cash on us, but we would like to do a donation too.
Oh,
So,
yeah, you don't have to worry about it. I mean, you can send it whenever. You
Well,
know,
we're
to make
here,
a
so-
special trip or anything like that, or, I mean, if you feel, like, you know. like
Well,
you
we're
need to-
staying, we
we plan on.
planned on the tour, so till, what, 5 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah,
So we actually rented a room for tonight and actually tomorrow night,
so that we can sleep
so.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
before we drive 9 hours home,
yeah.
so.
Well, you could have stayed here free.
We didn't.
The Holiday Inn, I mean, come on, does it get any better?
We didn't know that, we would have been tempted.
Yeah.
No, actually, if you come up again, like I say, you get they have queen beds over there too, get a room with queen bed and a private showers, because
Yeah.
otherwise it's storm stop.
Okay.
And if you ask for them, it's still only $55 a night.
Yeah.
So,
We were-
yeah.
That would be a good idea.
I mean,
So
all
we-
you're,
do we just
you're
go
looking
to
for a
app?
clean room and,
Yeah.
and a place to crash, because you're gonna be in here most of the night
Yeah.
anyway,
Right.
so.
And it's just the Abbey we call for that?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
you'll probably get Brenda, she's.
well, because we've got a few people in mind that we could bring
Yeah.
with us next
Yeah.
time and make it a little bit bigger.
Or contact me and I can make arrangements for all of it, you know,
Okay.
so,
Yeah, I'd like to
um,
come back.
well, everything's WhatsApp branch, you'll find me somewhere,
Okay,
so,
hey, we
yeah.
really appreciate it.
yeah,
Thank
hey,
you
no
for
problem, I'm,
Being so
you know,
kind.
I'm glad you had a good time, I'm glad it worked out that you got
Oh,
to
yeah,
get it,
definitely.
because
We're glad you came over.
Yeah,
I can't imagine,
well, I whispered to him when you started walking over, I said, I think that's the guy from YouTube channel you sent me.
The one I sent you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
well, you kept looking at me and I'm thinking, she knows.
I did, I knew, I did know.
Yeah, cause when she told me about it, I'd been on YouTube and looked it up. And I'd seen you and the lady that was,
India is what
Yeah.
it is.
no,
Yeah,
there was another one though
Oh,
before.
that's right, but we didn't ever, it never went into the
No,
investigation.
then it went into investigation with a lady. Something, she was here with some other investigators.
They like teamed up, they were two different paranormal investigator groups. She
And
teamed
they
up
were going through it, and I found the one with you,
in India.
and they had a guy and a girl.
yeah, as you start delving in, I'm in a lot of the videos. The ones that I really liked that did the nicest job was probably the one that Indy was in, but she was doing a collaboration, her and Connor were doing
Okay.
a collaboration with Paranormal Quest
Yeah,
with Ryan and those, and those guys I really liked a lot. Out of all the YouTubers, they were the most respectful and just, and he's a great cinematographer. He
Well, and they
does a
seemed
lot of-
very down to earth and normal, and really in the video he sent me, nothing really happened. They hit the cat ball a couple of times, but
Yeah.
that was it, and they were still, like, it was even more like, okay, this is real, because it's not, there's nothing jumping out and chasing, and no one got possessed, and,
See, and when I stream, even though I'm on Twitch, it streams to Kick, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. So it's
we can call you.
going over five different social medias right now. Oh, Facebook. So if you go to YouTube, What's Up Gramps, tell your friends about it, you'll see the whole night investigation on YouTube
Cool,
from there. Yeah, so,
Awesome.
yeah.
thank you, I
Yeah,
appreciate
yeah.
it.
Yes, very
Cool.
much.
So,
Thank you, sir.
you bet, you bet.
It was very good to meet you, thank you.
Get to hug the dude. That's one of the perks. Yeah.
That's the
yeah.
bonus.
So, Yeah, I'll just turn everything off here and then, I'm right behind you, so.
Okay.
But
You know, we're gonna get a close
anytime
down
you
for
got,
them.
yeah, get whatever you need to do and I'll get things put away here. And maybe we'll walk out together, but I have my ass in here. That's off. You're welcome, guys. That's a wrap for tonight. Sir X, you must have just got back from, I saw you were with Kevin at the local pub. We're just wrapping things up. I'm going to call it a night. And I'm out of here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting the channel. And as always, I will see you when I see ya. Sir X, take care of yourself. And by the way, stay tuned. I may be putting something together for next weekend. I'll let you know, but you're welcome to join us if I can get it together. Kind of up to how I feel, but we'll see. Yeah. Hit me up on Facebook and I'll let you know there. At any rate, good night, everybody. Thanks for staying with me. And again,